living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, baby? Happy Thursday. Happy Turkey Day. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you got a full table and on the table and around the table, baby. I hope you had a pleasant day, baby. Let's see if I can fade that away right. Anyway, oh man, I'm sorry. I done messed up already. See here? I'm like probably a lot of y'all. My belly's full. I'm happy, and it's been a good day. Irene Lambert was the first one to jump in, followed by Dorothy Tyndall. Jeanette Miller's here. John and Carolyn Metjesco, always a pleasure to see you all in there. Thank you. And Trudy Baxter, the remixtress, is with us. Jeanette Miller. Phyllis Harrison, thank you. Busy Lizzie. Whew, I'm glad she took a little time out to rest and visit with us because she's busy. Anyway, Jeff Curry's here. Julie Gandy, thank you. Mega Willie's here. Carol Lowe. Let me see. Nancy Halverson is here. Linda Gallup, and there is beer involved. Well, can't be bad if there's beer involved. It's a staple there anyway. Phyllis Harrison, thank you. KY, Michael Johnson, thank you for being here, brother. Let me see. Kelly Harris and Marcia and that smart ass squaw's here. So man, we got a full room. Susan Forsepi, thank you for being here. Let me just get on down here. Kelly Clark, Blue Dot Greeter, Mark Perkins, thank you. Joel Joss is here. I hope I said that right. It flew by. Let me get down here to the bottom. Anyway, I catch up with anybody. It is Thanksgiving, and I hope you all had a great day. It has been very mild around my house today. Had a bunch of food that, well, you know, you're obligated to eat because it's Thanksgiving. You know, what are you going to do? You have to sit there and put all that stuff on your plate and then go sit down and eat. I did get to see a little bit of the Dallas Cowboys versus some team I never heard of. Anyway, Dallas was winning 20-10 last time I saw, and when I leave here, that score will probably change. But it's just a day of relaxation, the best I can, helping Mom in the kitchen, getting everything ready. And but we had a great time. Miss Chick, how did your day go, darling?
Oh, it was nice and peaceful and quiet.
Oh, that's always good. That's always good.
It is good.
Yeah.
And I had lovely phone calls, really long, extensive phone calls. So I didn't do any homework today, John. I'm just warning you.
It's not a day of work here. This is not a day of labor. This is when we all sit around, stuff our face, and go burp a lot. You know, I am. I'm about tapped out. I'm about as full as I can get, and I know there's pecan pie out there, so.
There's always room for pie.
There's always room for pie, no matter what. I want to start off really by just thanking not only you, Miss Chick, Bernadette Pree, our other moderator in the house, our co-host here on the show, this Blue Dot family. There's so many of y'all that pitch in and help. Mark Perkins always in there, the Blue Dot Greeter. You see him welcoming people into the room. The friendships that have been forged within this chat, within this family. These are the things that I'm thankful for. Besides my family and a good dog and a nice donkey and all that stuff, I'm thankful very much for this family that meet around this table every 3 times a week, baby, just so we can yak our brains out. Anyway,
yeah.
There is.
And it is the day to have some gratitude. It really is.
It is.
Look at the world and all the gnarliness that's going on in the world, and to not have it on your doorstep.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's always a good reason to be thankful for right there, that we don't live in an atmosphere that we see around the world right now. that's rough, and you know that's what this is all about, counting our blessings and realizing that
Well,
there's a whole lot more people worse off than we are.
keeping our eye on this political shit show so it doesn't come to our doorstep.
Yeah, I don't want this on my doorstep, especially on Thanksgiving. Get that shit out of
Especially.
here. I don't want it.
Be
I haven't,
smashing my
I
potatoes.
haven't delved into anything political today. I did notice that we're still waiting on hostages to be released over in Gaza, and I understand that's supposed to happen this evening. I think.
Said that a couple days ago, didn't they? So
Yeah, it changes. Let me see. We got a hand up down there. Let's snag them. Y'all put your hand up. This is Thanksgiving. We're gonna come in here, sit around this table, and burp on each other all day.
It's Craig.
That's Craig. How you doing, Craig?
Got to unmute, Craig.
Yep, you're muted. There you go.
There I go.
There you
I'm trying
go.
to still get used to this this channel.
Right.
Anyway, just two things I'm thankful for: that the turkeys don't cost $90,
Yeah.
and Marjorie Taylor Greene's book is in the shitter.
Hey, two things to be thankful for right there.
You mean they're
Right.
literally putting it in the shitter for paper?
Well, you know what's funny? I find hypocritical that she's America First, and her book was published by a Canadian company.
Yeah. America
It's
First,
just
America.
boggles my
I would-
mind.
With her and
Yeah.
the rest of them over there, it's a slogan. That's all it is.
All those
They could
mega
get-
hats from China too.
Yeah, yeah. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. Let me see. I'm poking
so
people
glad
with
you-
stick here. See if we can't motivate anybody to come in here.
Well, we
Thank
you.
forgot a little history here,
What?
John.
What history?
What happened 60 years ago yesterday?
Oh,
60 years ago. Let me see.
Assassination.
That was a Wednesday. Oh,
Craig's-
Assassination of JFK.
Yeah,
that's right.
it was there
I
in
did
Dallas.
not realize it. I did not realize it. Yeah, that's there have been
What's
several
the thing?
stories in the news about it too. So yeah, I should have guessed.
Well, and some of the shit that led up to when it happened is happening now.
Mm.
It really is. I was reading. It was. Hang on a sec. Let me just open it up. Heather Cox Richardson wrote a nice letter. She does her letters, and it was actually the remembrance of what Lady Bird was there that day, and it was in her words as to what had happened. But they were talking about what led up to it, and was it October of the same year, there was a man who was trying to attend the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. All right.
Let me see, I've got his name here. James Meredith, a black man, also an Army veteran. And he had the right to enroll at the University of Mississippi, but people weren't real happy about that. You can
No,
imagine.
not during that time. No.
Not 1963.
Nope.
And when the Department of Justice ordered officials at Ole Miss to register Meredith, Mississippi Governor Ross Barnett physically barred Meredith from entering the building and vowed to defend segregation and states' rights. Does that sound a little familiar?
It does, doesn't it? Who
Doesn't
else
that
has
sound
been
a little
spouting
extreme?
out stuff like that? Who lately? Somebody I know.
Gee,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
You let that man
So the
back in.
Department of Justice detailed dozens of U.S. Marshals to escort Meredith to the registrar and put more than 500 law enforcement officers on the campus. Really?
Isn't it sad?
Yeah.
That's what it took.
That's what it took. And then white supremacists rushed to meet them there and became increasingly violent. That night, Barnett told a radio audience, "We will never surrender." The rioters destroyed property and, under cover of darkness, fired at reporters and the federal marshals. They killed 2 men and wounded many others. The riot ended when the president sent 20,000 troops to the campus. On October 1st, Meredith became the first black American to enroll at the University of Mississippi.
Boy,
But that was sort of, yeah. He pissed off the conservative,
oh hell.
more than conservative, right? The white supremacists, and we all know what happened after that, right?
Indeed.
And it wasn't long after that.
Yeah.
They actually were calling the Kennedy brothers the Castro brothers, claiming that they, that they were communists. Yeah, some of the exact language that they were using, it sounds like the rhetoric coming out of Washington now.
That's what they're doing now. No different. Trying to convince you that the radical left, the what do they call it? I'm sorry, my mind is full of turkey. It's God damn it, the word escapes me. They try to project onto the landscape of our nation the thought that the white man is superior. White Christian nationalism is just like saying the Klan. There's no difference. Don't tell me that every Klan member down in Mississippi, Alabama back in the day didn't think that they were Christian. Of course they did. It is that mindset that still prevails in a lot of places in our country. There's no place for it. Get the hell out of here with that shit. With Donnie out there talking about the poisoning of the blood of America. What do you think he's talking about? He's not talking about English blood or Swiss blood or French blood. He's talking about Hispanic blood. That's what he's talking about, and black blood. That's what he's talking about, and he wants to drive that divide because that's their only way is to divide and conquer. I'm being very rude. Hey, let me thank Michael K.Y. Johnson came in with a $2 donation and said he was at the VFW with his Vietnam Navy brother. Fuck Trump and fuck Abbott. Well, have a nice cold one there, KY, you and your buddy. Appreciate you, brother. Take care of yourself. Damn, John, how are you doing? That's what. Uh-oh, John, you're muted.
Hey, Big John.
How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I'm doing great. We had a great day. Chilling out with the family. We ate good. And we're thankful for this family.
Well, we're thankful you're here, John. I'm thankful every one of you are here. You know, it's but yeah, today's the day. We didn't. The only family we have here is one we raised ourselves. I think Rose is here, and I think Tyler went to go bring his girlfriend back here in a little while to have some pie. I haven't attacked the pie yet. I have to adjust my timing here so I'm ready for pie when I walk out of this room.
Well, you have to let the belt out a notch and then attack.
Yeah, well, that's already happened. Okay. We're already at that point. Yeah. Let me thank Bob K, who came in with $2 and said, nothing like a blunt in the garage before dinner. Hey, I slipped my... Well, Damn, I'm all over the place. I hit Donnie in the back of the head over there. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. And yes, that's what they call an hors d'oeuvre there, Bob. You know, it's a pre-dinner hors d'oeuvre, after-dinner hors d'oeuvre, you know. Yes, it helps you metabolize the food that you're eating there, and the scientific word for it is
appetite increaser.
Appetite increaser. Yeah, that's what it is. So you don't want to be slacking up on no stuff there, and you know somebody might think you don't like their green bean salad or some shit. You got to make room for all of that stuff. So that's what I did. Yeah, it has been. It's been a nice day. It didn't start that way. My day started at 4 o'clock this morning. Oh yeah, lights flashing all over the place. Searchlights up on my house, and oh yeah, had an ambulance out there. Police was out in the front yard. It was a wonderful start to the day. Luckily, none of that had to do with us. I still don't know exactly what happened at 4 o'clock this morning. I was out on my porch and something was going on across the street, and they had it well under control, so I didn't venture out for it to poke my nose into it. So I don't know really what it was, but yeah, there was a whole crew out here last night, and at first we thought they were looking for somebody because they're driving all up and down this road, which is only not very long, this T that comes at the end of my road. where I live, and they were shining flashlights and beams all up in that brush. So it seemed like they were looking for somebody. And then they all settled down on this house across the street. So
Huh.
I don't know.
And there's no rumor mill? You don't know?
I don't get the rumor mill anymore. There's nobody around here going to stop in and tell old John what's going. No.
Well, as long as you didn't find any body parts or
That's
bloodstains,
you know
property, it's all good.
that's what I'm thinking. I watched until they left. You know, they were here for a while. They probably stayed about 45 minutes, and then one by one headed down the road and left, and all was peaceful again. So again, I don't know what happened, but it wasn't exactly the time of day I wanted to get up. But,
Could be they're fighting amongst themselves.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was there was whatever happened across the street, and they were looking for somebody out here in the bushes somewhere. So you never know around here what's going to happen. Yeah, no, down. You know, it's I can't leave the street here. The last house on the corner between me, well, the one right across from my mailbox. My kids call that the murder house.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Some people who used to live there that murdered somebody and then tried to hack them up in the bathtub and then burn the body outside. Yeah, they found him. What
Blue
was
Dot.
left of him. Yeah, that's what happened right down the street from me. It's kind of scary to think that people down the street from me are capable of doing that. That's, you know, nobody's lived there since. They closed the gate and that's it. Porch roof is falling down now. Like somebody comes out occasionally and cuts the grass and everything, but it's sad because the old boy who owned it, was an old Army veteran, and he was not involved in the murder, but his relative was, but it was his place. So that nice place that he had bought and fixed up right on the river for his retirement went right out the door. So
They ought to burn it down.
I don't think anybody wants to live there anymore. You know, it's a sad statement, but it's what happens across our country every day somewhere. I don't know about the hacking up part, but somebody gets pissed off and, you know, takes it out on somebody else. You know, unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Carol DeBurs came in with a $5 donation and said, "My loss. The remixtress was not helping me cook today. LOA, love you. My loss. The remixtress is out there." Carol, thank you very much. I bet there was a lot of cooking going on around today. I checked out food porn. Did anybody check out food porn? And,
yeah.
I did. There's some cooking going on. I seen Joe's ribs.
Yep.
Yeah. Boy,
That looked delish.
Yeah, that man knows how to cook. Yeah, he's got a lot of family over today, and they're all over at his house and eating up a storm, I presume. So Randy, Joe and I were going to get together this Friday, but then that didn't work out because of people's schedule, and then we was going to do it Sunday, and that didn't work out because somebody else was busy that day. So we're still going to try to hook up sometime this coming week. All of us get together and do a little jamming, play a little music, sit back, burn one, and enjoy each other's company before Randy has to get on a boat. Ain't that some shit? Guy spent all that time in the Navy and he wants to get back on a boat? I don't understand these people sometimes. No, he's going on a nice Caribbean cruise with his sister and brother-in-law, and I hope he has a grand time doing it. He's a hell of a nice guy, Randy is. Always cheerful. You know, the kind of people always seem upbeat. That's Randy. I appreciate his company anytime. Anyway.
Well, everybody's muted.
I know everybody's muted. And
come on, talk to us, guys.
Y'all leaving me out here hanging
Sorry,
in
guys.
hanging
I'm
in the
actually
wind.
looking for something right now. I'm looking for something right now. I'm trying to find this this quote. So I'm going to do that. I will put myself back on mute, but when I find it, I'm going to jump back in.
I'm trying to remember. I saw a meme today. It was just a meme. I think it was on Instagram or something today, and I'm trying to remember what it said. It said something about we didn't have corrupt election, or we didn't have an accused corrupt election until we had a corrupt president, something like that. And I thought, yeah, that's about right. We never had any trouble with our elections. Nobody ever, claimed that.
I don't know about that, but
Well, there's been isolated incidents of voter fraud for years. Some people, but they're not enough, to make a difference in anything. I don't think. I've never heard of any mass.
It never is. If there is any fraud, it's from the damn Republican side. Most for 90% of it anyway.
That's what I've seen here lately. Anything we've seen with interference in the election was done by the Republican side. Hello, James.
And John, I had myself muted because I didn't think anybody would want to hear me taking a piss.
Well, we all appreciate that, James.
did you wash your hands?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Got to take care
Happy
of the business,
Thanksgiving,
buddy.
everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, James. Did you enjoy yours?
Oh yeah, I went to spend it with my mom today, and I'll go spend another one tomorrow with my stepmom and all the rest of the family. And I made out like a bandit.
You're doubling up then, huh?
Oh yeah.
Boy, howdy. Outstanding. Yeah,
You're going to sleep for a week with all that turkey.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you about it.
I'm telling you, tomorrow I'm having ham and eggs for one thing, because we had a ham this evening. So tomorrow morning it's ham and eggs for breakfast. All them leftovers will be left, for a few days. They'll wait through the next few days to take care of all that. The dressing was outstanding. So I'll have enough to graze on for a little while. Plus pie. And you can't beat that. You got pie. Anyway. Oh, this is a talk of the group tonight. I'm telling you, I'm
sorry,
to
I was
hold y'all
reading-
back from this shit.
I was reading YouTube comments. Sorry.
I'm not prepared for anything. I got headlines over here at the silly at best ritual mask a darker possible future for presidential clemency. You know what they're talking about? They're talking about the possibility that if Donnie gets elected, he can pardon himself from all of this shit that he has going on. All of it. In the blink of an
I
eye.
don't think
You know he's
I don't
right.
the Constitution didn't mean for that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, hell,
It didn't mean for it, but guess what? They're going to take it for all it's worth.
Yeah. If it doesn't say you can't.
Yeah. Well, just like the judge the other day in Colorado. Yes, he committed insurrection. He helped, embedded, and led the insurrection. All this, he's guilty of insurrection, but doesn't specifically say that the president can't do it. I think that's bullshit.
I don't think that judge wanted to be the one to make the call. He just wanted to push it on to the next one.
Possibility.
I'm hoping that's exactly it, because I don't see a problem. I kept on going back over and over, reading Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, and then going to look at the presidential oath of office, which is different than the oath I took, it worded different. But in either case, in the oath of office, they say it's not in the oath of office that he has to, I'm trying to remember what it said. Anyway, there's a line in his oath that says, shit.
It's worded different. You're right.
Yeah, it's worded different, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it is, and I'm coming up with nothing because turkey. Let me thank Blue Dot Greeter. Mark Perkins came in with a $5 donation and said, always eat dessert first. Save the turkey for later. He's a wise man, that guy. I sit there and start looking at all that potatoes and gravy and all that stuff, and I go for it. And then there I am, looking at that pie going, not a chance.
John, when you were on the air, you said that when you walk away from the Dallas Washington game is 38-10 Dallas.
Oh, 38-10 Dallas against who?
Against the Washington
Never heard of them.
Commanders.
Yeah, I never heard of these guys. I don't know where they're minor league something, or I don't know. I have not. I did get to sit down a little bit today and watch the first half. When I left in there, it was 20-10, And yeah, that's the first football, or as Travis calls it, sports ball, that I have seen since the season started. And so, and I never used to. The one game my wife knows I will not miss, and I don't give a shit if I have to skip a show or whatever, I won't. But is because it's on a Saturday, is the Army Navy game. I don't miss that one. That's that's like tradition in my head. And Navy's way ahead. I'm just saying. Just saying. We're ahead. But you never know. Year to year, you don't want to sing last. You know. So.
Jake has his hand up.
Well, let's drag Jake in here. Where's Jake? Come up here, Jake. Let me see. We got James. We got Miss Chick. We got Adam. Adam, you with us?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
There ain't nothing to it. Eating turkey and ham and all that good stuff.
I know. I see that the tryptophan works for all of us.
It does. It does. I'm just here.
Man,
I done pigged out today, man.
I am stuffed, and I already had my pie.
Yeah, I ain't had the pie yet. I'm already several pounds heavier than I started this day at.
Exactly.
And let me see, who else did I get in there? I got somebody else. Let me see, we got Jake, we got Miss Chick, we got Adam, we got James, we got Craig, and we got John. That's it. We got everybody. There you go.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good day.
Good, I'm glad.
Jake, we're getting an echo from you.
We're here.
I'm glad you are. We got a pretty good number of. Somebody asked me when they asked me, Johnny, you going to do one on Thanksgiving? Yeah, we're going to do one on Thanksgiving. It's a Thursday. It's what we do. We come together around this table. We can't all reach over and grab the ham, but we're all sitting around the same table, baby. So yeah, this is a family meeting on Thanksgiving, ain't it neat?
You bet. I love it.
Yeah. Irene ain't had her pie yet, so.
Yeah, I posted up. I actually made a turkey today.
Did you?
Yeah, I posted the picture on the main discussion thing.
Oh.
Or whatever. Maybe the food porn one.
Yeah. I can't see that on this screen. I might be able to see it on my iPad.
Yeah, but Adam, it wasn't meat though. It was it's kind of
that was my condiment, my veggie tray. I made it.
Oh,
into
is that
a turkey.
what the turkey?
It's cute.
Oh, did you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I already seen that. I told my wife, well, look at that shit. Why didn't I get one hors d'oeuvre tray that looks like that? She said, shut up. That's what you told me.
I made it.
That was really impressive, my friend.
Yeah,
I really am. I was going to go look to see what, but yeah, I looked earlier at food porn, and well, no, that was on main discussion, wasn't it? I think so.
I don't know if
I don't know. I went and looked at both.
I might have put it in both.
Yeah, because Thanksgiving, people are going to be posting their pictures of their food.
Yeah.
There, so.
Yeah, Jake told me about the food porn one, and then I went in there and posted it there too.
Yeah. And for those of you who are not Discord members, you need to download Discord. It's a free app. There's no charge for any of it. You can go to bluedotintexas.com. There's a link in there to guide you in how to get Discord, because this room here, the live room that we're talking in, is only one part of this whole Discord thing. We have the blue room, which we head to after every show to continue the discussion, and then there is a list of rooms down there, everything from food porn to gardening
and animals,
pets. Yeah, it's full of subsections where we can all go to post the pictures of things in our lives where others can find them. If you want to look at somebody's pets, I posted a pet of my dog over there, a picture of my dog, so you can run over there and see the dog.
I put one of my cat. It looks like she already got into the turkey. She's all plopped over.
You should have seen that. You should have seen that mess on the plate before Adam put it together, though. I saw it this morning.
Yeah, I showed Jake a picture and said, "Wait, I'm going to make a turkey." Well, I didn't even say I'm going to make a turkey, but I said I'm going to.
I was impressed when I saw that, because you can tell that's an hors d'oeuvre tray. That's like your celery
absolutely.
And little veggie tray and stuff like that.
Yeah, you have that when everything's cooking.
Wow, look at there. Outstanding. Buck Haynes just came in with a $20 Canadian donation. That's like, I'm going to pay my house off now.
All right.
That's what I think theirs is worth more. I don't know. Buck Haynes came in with a $20 donation. Thank you, Buck. I appreciate it tremendously, brother. I don't know what the exchange rate now is. I think theirs is higher than ours. So it takes more of our money to buy their money, I think. I don't know. That's why I'm not.
I was pretty impressed with the turkey on the vegetable plate too. It was very impressive.
That was.
I was very.
I think we all saw it then. And we all went,
I just
shit, that's a good idea.
Yeah, man, I just kind of, I looked at some things on, I don't know, like Pinterest or
Oh yeah, you
something
can get
like
ideas.
that. And I just ideas of how to do this. And I just, let's see, carrot, celery, 3 colors of peppers, and then tomatoes, radish, and cucumber.
Man.
And then I made a little face with some
Carolyn,
black
go
olives.
check it out. It's very impressive. I saw a picture of Carolyn and John's table. That was very impressive. Very, very eloquent. Very nice.
Nice.
They are. They're very sweet.
I thought everybody. I thought everybody. We know what we're going through in this country right now, but it looked like everybody was doing all right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, things can be an illusion. I'm sure there are plenty of people across this country and around the world that are suffering, who don't have it as well as we do. For one thing, we're all on the internet right now talking to each other. That's a benefit some people don't have. I try to always, not only on this day, but every day of my life, remember that, you're not alone in this world. There's people that are just as bad a shape as you are or worse. And we see them every day when you pass on the road, somebody with a sign. At least I'm not out there asking for $1. We could do better. We could do better in this world. And
there's a lot of them out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Even up here, and today it was like in the 20s in the wind chill.
Yeah, I don't know how somebody who's homeless can do that.
They're still out there.
Yeah, and they will be.
Very true.
They'll be in there out there in the morning, standing at a corner with a cardboard sign. It is. Marcia knows me. If I'm in the car and I got any cash on me, it's probably going to go right out the window. Because you can't help but passing. What they say is, "Bear for the grace of God go I." Well, I don't know about the God part, but to wherever the universe did, where I ended up, at least I'm not on the street with a sign yet.
Yeah.
If my book collectors had their way, oh hell yeah, I'd already been out in the street a long time ago. I'm still battling Countrywide, although that company's gone for a long time. Their legacy remains. And
of bill collectors, did you see where the VA was fixing to take all those veterans' homes, and then they stopped at the last second because some senators said, "Hey, you probably shouldn't do that."
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, I did see it. I didn't read the whole story. I seen the headline where the VA was going to foreclose on a lot of homes. And
because of they signed up for that program. I mean, they put their damn payments at the back end of the loan. How hard of a concept is that?
What in the world of finance, my man? There's all sorts of tricks. They can do in the fine print of whatever contract you're signing. You don't know what you're signing half the time anyway. Most of us fly through it because, I don't know. I seen that commercial here lately for a telephone company, and it says no yada yada, and they got some lawyer sitting behind a desk with a couple in front of him. He's reading the contract to him, and it's just going yada 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 yada. It's
right.
Yeah, it's mincemeat. It goes in one ear and out the other. But
yep.
No, I'm thankful for where I am. I didn't think I would be in the position I'm in now at my age. I thought I would be a little bit better, manage my life to come out a little bit better, but I'm not unhappy. I could ask for better neighbors. But
you're here.
I am here.
You're here.
I'm here. I've been in this house for over 20 years, and I'm not going anywhere, baby. My roots are right down here, and
yeah.
And
well, I second that thought.
Yeah. It's the only dream I guess I ever had was just be able to have a place to, what's that song say? So my kids don't have to buy my grave. That's all I want in life. I don't want them to have to buy my grave. I'll pay for that son of a bitch myself. And I don't know. It's Thanksgiving. There's so much, like I said, that we all of us, I think, could look at and say we're thankful for a lot of things in our life. Are all of our lives perfect? No, no. Even the most beautiful facades you see, there's still problems in that house that all
They
of us have
hide it
to
up
deal
with.
with every
They
day.
hide it.
Well,
They
yeah,
hide it up with all the material things.
yeah. Well, they can mask it, disguise it,
Yeah.
not let it show so much. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's I'm sure there's pain and suffering going on in just about every
Yeah.
household somewhere.
The Beatles had it right. Money can't buy you love.
No, baby, it can't. No, no.
Or happiness.
Yep. Or happiness. Exactly.
Lack of it will really beat the shit out of you, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
Right.
try to
it's
hit that.
harder,
You
but
try to
yeah.
hit that happy medium there, where at least you have enough to pay the bills and put groceries on the table. But I guarantee you, for a lot of us, that's a struggle every month. To a lot of people in this
Oh,
country,
yeah.
that is the struggle every month. So
And having to buy food that you don't want to buy just so you have food.
yeah,
You don't get to pick and choose. You go to the stores that have the cheap stuff, and that's what you get.
that's I do watch the budget, baby. I do.
Oh, yeah.
You have to. You know, I haven't had a big old damn steak, and I don't remember how long. You know, I look at them right over there when I'm picking
Yeah.
up the hamburger meat, and I walk around the aisle and look at, holy shit, that's a nice looking thing. $36. Kiss my ass. If I'm
Oh,
gonna pay
yeah.
$36 for a steak, it better come with a baked potato salad. Some dude come and ask me if I want anything more, and patting my
Soaked.
chin or something. I don't,
Soaked in THC.
yeah. Yeah, well, it is.
Yeah.
You know, on a good note though, inflation is leveling out. It's going down a little bit.
Totally.
Yeah, but
I got gas. Yeah, like I said, I got gas for under $3. That was
you
good.
too. I'm at 278 now. I think is
Oh
what
yeah,
it is.
you're another quarter below here.
Yeah. Gas
That's
prices.
what I was going to say. My wife she mentioned that actually this morning. She said that Joe Biden. It's all coming around. This is all the after effect of the last presidency. So we're gonna have to deal with it until it gets better. But he's trying. He's trying. He's trying. But
Absolutely.
You know,
there
I
are
was real
things
impressed.
improving.
I think it was Just Coggins. I'm not sure who posted in the Discord channel a list. I think it was like either 17 or 20 something.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Yes, the accomplishments that Joe Biden
Yep.
has done since he's been in office, and it's an impressive list. I
Yeah,
had,
it is.
I swear,
Yeah.
my wife knows me. This is my life the whole time, my whole life. Even when I worked for the government, my desk was a mess. You asked me where something was, I'd reach over and get it. But to anybody else, that's a mess, John. Yeah, well, it is, but there's a system. But right now, I had a piece of paper that had a list written down, so I could reference that. So I could say, yeah, look, these are some of the things not the Affordable Care Act, that's Obama. Gun
Biden's
legislation was one.
Shitting me? Outstanding.
Outstanding. Louis Russo just came in the room with $10 and said, "It's not so much what you acquire in life, but rather what you leave behind." And John, you're leaving a lot behind. Thank you, John. Louis, thank you, brother. Unfortunately, it's all I got. This is all I got to give. But everything I give, I give from my heart. And this family, I think, understands that. Louis, thank you very much for that, brother. I appreciate it. And I'm not talking about the $10.
Yeah, we can tell.
You know, it's
Otherwise, there's plenty of other ones that we could be on right now, but we're here.
and I appreciate the shit out of that. Because there's smarter people than me out there that probably know a whole lot more than me. And but I think I speak for a lot of us that we do the best in life that we can. We're not stupid. Some of us are pretty damn well educated.
Right?
But this is America, baby. This is who we are. Not
Well, I'll tell you
everybody's a
what.
political man has a master's in politics. Go ahead.
It happens so much here in America. It's dividing. you know, and you always have the person that has more than the other person, you know, and you know how that goes.
Sure.
And uh, well, yeah, that's not what it's all about.
You know, for a lot of people, they don't realize that until a little bit later on in life. Of course, youth is there to be spent. That's why we have it. But as you get older, as you get a little wiser, I guess, and start looking down that road, but with a greater appreciation of where you were, when you were, in the history that we've all lived through. Uh, you know, I was born in '53, so by '63, you know, around the time Kennedy was shot, was my first realization of news. Other than that, I was just a kid. You know, I was out doing kid shit. That impacted my family, and I took note of it. And so that was my political awakening, was the Kennedy assassination and what politics actually meant. And oh hell, I don't know where I was going with this story. Shit, sounded good when I was coming out of my mouth though.
Tryptophan rattling. Yeah.
The thing that got me started was just I tell people, and I often do, if you go look at my Facebook page and scroll back a long time, because I haven't done it in a long time, you'll find some of my writings, and I write a whole lot better than I speak.
Well,
I
guess I'll put it
time.
this way: if you got to judge a guy for what he has, you're not much of a man.
That's it.
You're not much of a judge either.
If you're basing your relationships on what somebody else has, then yeah, you're going down the wrong road, baby. It's going to be a disappointing one, especially if you won't ever be able to catch up with him. You know.
Totally.
I just, you know, right now, whenever finances come up right now, I just keep thinking about that $2.7 million that old boy paid for one bottle of whiskey. God knows how much money do you have to pay $2.7 million for one bottle of whiskey.
Well, I bet he's wishing he had it back today.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
He probably won't even drink it, and they'll sell it.
Taste as good that would be.
That's a couple of expensive flushes, if you ask me.
It's just a damn status thing. I mean, that's all it is.
Oh, totally.
And who's that? Harlan Crow, who has a museum to Hitler in his house. You know, you got to be. Anyway, Geek on the Leash just came in with a $10 donation and said, "So happy I found you, John, and you give me faith in humanity." Well, darling, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Y'all don't talk like that, man, because I'm not all that. I tell y'all, I give my opinion on my damn rants. You know, I get pissed off. I think that's what hit with a lot of people is what I get pissed off is the same thing a lot of us get pissed off at. And it just irritates the shit out of you, and I try to spit it out my mouth the best way I can. And I was lucky enough to have people listen to me. But this thing, this Blue Dot family thing, this is totally different. This is our way of sitting at the same table. And I wish we could all sit at the same table physically, but we can't.
Same here.
This is what we do.
I have with Gene.
$6,000 bottle of booze from the White House. What? Oh, Rudy Tooty. No shit. Boy,
you know, I think we kind of did today in the food porn. I think we kind of did today. I think we kind of said
food and
that
pets.
we all get to sit. Food and pets. Well, then, you know, that's something everybody has in common. You know,
family.
No matter your political persuasion, we all get the hell off of me. What the shit is that?
Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jenny, she reminded me so much of Maggie pilfering through my pockets. If she thinks I have a damn treat, that was so hilarious watching that video.
For y'all that might not have seen the video I did today, I did with my donkey Jenny, and yes, she knew there was another treat. Now, no, she knew there was two more. She counts, and she knew it was down there, and I was trying to spit my words of wisdom out or whatever in my Thanksgiving message, and she knew. She was nudging me and pushing me, and like, she started to take a nip out of me on my arm, and you could see me jerk my arm, like, no, don't do that. She does. She like
yeah, that was priceless.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. People I've been told I should do videos with her in the picture more. Well, of course, I'd rather see a donkey than my ass. Sure, donkey looks a whole lot cuter than I do.
Hey, Big John, my
She
wife's
is.
name is
She is
Jen, and
my.
we call her Jenny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I showed her the video, and I said, here's John's Jenny, and played the video. She loved it. I call her Jenny, so it was kind of
She
kind of
is.
funny.
She's the. She's just like a big puppy. Yeah, I swear if I could bring her in the house, she'd live in my living room. But I can't. Mama would kill me. She still doesn't know how to use the bathroom in the right place, so got to fix that. But anyway, no, she is. But she's the one I worry about around out here. Because she is a donkey.
Anytime you want to show your ass, I will watch that video.
now, I got to tell everybody too, because she is a miniature donkey. So if y'all notice, I'm sitting in a chair. So she's not that tall, but she's pretty wide. Not too tall, but she's pretty wide. She gets treated pretty well around here. But that is the only worry I have every night. Last night when I had all the excitement at 4:00 in the morning, the first thing I'm up is out checking that donkey.
Yeah,
because that's
she
my
doesn't
fear.
understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, but she has been tormented by people that don't like me. So
That is just wrong.
it is. It's disgusting.
I found that list you were talking about that Just put on Discord.
You see it?
I see it.
Well, let's read them one by one and then pause in between, see if anyone wants to make a comment.
Okay. Well, the number one passed 1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package to increase investment in the national network of bridges and roads, airports, public transportation, and national broadband internet, as well as waterways and energy system.
Internet. See, my ears just went ding. That's
yeah.
The highways.
We had some improvements on our what would be our U.S. roads.
Right.
U.S. give it a number.
we're all down here waiting. Every time you go over the Harbor Bridge down here in Corpus Christi, right off to the other side, you'll see the new bridge being built, and they're about to connect the spans. This is a pretty big, tall bridge. It's going to be a suspension bridge, and over the ship channel to allow bigger ships to come in. And it's really tall when you're on the old bridge looking up at the new bridge going, oh, shit, that's going to be tall. But yeah, I'm waiting. We're all waiting here for that day they make the connection between the two sides.
Yep.
I just love to see the bridge work too, being in Minneapolis and watching the main Interstate 35, which goes all the way to Texas.
Right.
Fall into the Mississippi.
Follow that road, you'll be right down the street from me, buddy.
And a lot of that has to do with us using salt on the roads because it gets so cold up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that salt, they don't, it's just it affects the roads and the structure that hold up the bridges. They're all
the
metal.
steel and everything. Yeah.
Y'all
have a more corrosive environment, really, than and I live on the Gulf Coast, which you would think, and it does.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of problems with corrosion down here, but not as much as I see on vehicles that have to drive roads that are salted.
Oh, exactly. That's underneath them, driving in them all day.
Is rotting out, rusting out.
Yep. Stuff. That salt's on there until we get a good 1.5 inches rain in the spring.
Yeah,
it's always.
Yeah.
It's always on there.
We've got some kind of blue stuff that they put on now too. I don't know exactly what that is.
Sure.
Hey, Alan, they got car washes up there?
No, they have quite a few, and they got some wealthy car wash owners up here. and they do sell the underwash program well.
Down here, they do a lot of undercoating business down here because
the undercoating and
because a lot of down here in Texas, you can drive on the beach. You can drive to the end of the road out to the island, get on Padre Island, get on the sand, and drive 100 miles.
Man, I'd love to do that right now.
It is. You better have 4-wheel drive. Be handy
No,
to
I
have a
don't.
winch too, because just because you got 4-wheel drive does not mean you
Right.
can't get stuck. It's just that when you
Exactly.
get stuck, you're really stuck.
When
So,
I was a kid, my dad almost sunk a motorhome on Padre Island.
is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, there are people that will bring and it's there are sections that are hard pack. They're just it's sand, but it's really hard pack. You're not going to get bogged down in that. The looser sand down the island, yeah, you're going to have trouble. You better know what you're doing. But we have a lot of people that bring their RVs right out and out to the beach on the sand and park them out there and fire up their little generator and there you go. They'll party
Yeah.
out there for days.
And then they forget that there's, the water that goes up and down.
Yes, yeah.
It's called a
Oh yeah,
tide.
the
people.
thing called
Tide.
tide.
That little detail.
Little
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah, that little thing when the water's going to come up. I won't brag. I was caught in that position one time. I went down there and was unaware of that. We pitched our tent, spent a good night, part of the night fishing. I went in to go sleep in my tent, and my buddy's out there in the middle of the night going, John, I think you better come out here and take a look at this. I didn't want to get up because it was freaking cold. What? No, you better come see. Mike, what's the hell? Get up, John. You need to get up anyway. Why? And I come out the tent and oh shit, there's water right there. To hell with the tent. I needed to get that truck moved because down here in Corpus it's not unusual. You don't have to go far to find it. Somebody will take that vehicle a little bit farther, too far into that water. Like they think, oh well, it's hard pack. I'll just turn around here and just swing out. No, boy, you start sinking and that's it, baby. It's gonna a tow truck will be lucky to suck your ass out of that sand if you're not fast. So, yeah, it's happened occasionally. It always makes the news. Idiot drives in water. Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna cost you a
Just
bunch
like
of
up
money.
here, people were out on the lake and almost froze to death, and the ice was only an inch thick, and it
Yeah.
happens every single year. I mean, it's like, come on, guys, wait another week or something. The
Let
ice
it
will get thicker.
thicker the better. Solid would be
Yeah.
better. Solid would be best.
I don't ever go on the ice until way after New Year's Eve.
I don't go into it at all.
Nah.
You want to know where my ice is? In
Nope.
my
In my
glass. In my glass.
Well, that was just number one. Number
Oh,
two.
that's right. That's right. I forgot. Go ahead.
We were doing a list, but we got distracted.
Yeah, we
Squirrel.
got distracted.
Tryptophan.
Number two, helped get more than 500 million life-saving COVID-19 vaccinations in the arms of Americans through the American Rescue Plan.
At least we forget that.
Yes.
We all got
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah.
And glad I did.
And that's kind of changed now, though, because you got to pay for that.
Yes.
It's expensive. Number three, stopped a 30-year streak of federal inaction on gun violence by signing the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act that created enhanced background checks, closed the boyfriend loophole, and provided funds for youth mental health.
Absolutely.
First gun legislation we've had in decades.
30 years, it says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hell of a big move. And we
It
didn't,
is.
in mind you, we didn't get that much out of that. But it's a movement that we couldn't get anything done.
Exactly. It's
So-
a little bit of some.
A little bit.
I'm a little upset at, I do believe it's Oregon. Just recently, the voters voted for some gun safety stuff, and the court said no.
Yes, I just saw that. At the court is overturning
Yes,
the law,
what the voters wanted.
what the voters had requested, and because of the Second Amendment, thou shalt not do it.
And it was just reasonable stuff that other states already have. It was a background check and, just the simple stuff like that.
Right.
If you've got something going on that you shouldn't have a
they're
gun in
really
your
fighting the gun show loophole, which means that
Yes.
if you buy it at the gun show, from person to person, no background check, no nothing. That's the way they do
That's
it down
right.
here.
hand.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's a bad deal.
That is a bad deal. You can't track anything. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to go into the gun show. There's somebody in the parking lot walking around with an AR-15 for sale. You'll sell it to you in
Exactly.
the parking lot. Doesn't
And
matter.
also,
And those
Also,
loopholes
these,
that you can just have a gun mailed to you. You just have to assemble it, though.
Some assembly required.
Some assembly.
Yeah.
These civilian local sales in your local whatever electric company catalog, whatever. Yeah, that's a bad deal too because you can't trace them.
Yep.
I think every firearm that needs to be sold in this country, this is my opinion, every firearm that gets sold in this country needs to go through an FFL.
Absolutely.
A well-regulated militia. Wait a minute. What word was that? Regulated. A well-regulated. What's another word for regulated? Regulations. That's what.
I don't know, John. What are you talking? You lost me.
I'm just saying that
That's
they
what it
fight
says in
so
the
hard
Constitution.
using the Second Amendment that it is a God-given right that they can own a weapon, and that's what the Constitution says. The right shall not be infringed.
Well, they can as long as they have the credentials. They can.
Well, I'm just saying in the first part it says a well-regulated militia necessary for the freedom, the security and freedom of state. The right of a citizen's right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, we get the second part there. Back up and take a look at that first part. A well-regulated militia necessary for the freedom. That's the National Guard. That's the National Guard.
I get you.
So join up. They'll handle
We got some homework to do.
Free gun program, man. Join up. They'll give you a gun.
Absolutely.
They'll point you at people you can shoot it at. It's a hell of a deal. I don't know why we don't have more of these assholes in our military.
My dad.
Bubba's
My dad
backyard
used to
brigade
say
shit.
all the time. If you want a machine gun, go join the fucking military.
Go
They'll
join the
put one
military,
right in your goddamn
They'll
hand.
give
It'll
you
cost
the
you a
ammo,
fucking
buddy.
dime.
Yeah, they'll take you to places where you have free reign. Go out there and shoot anything you see. You'll have a
But my dad
blast. Go
said it
ahead.
all the time.
Yeah,
He
they
said
don't
it
wanna
all
do
the
that.
time.
Yeah, because those other people.
But you
shoot
know what
back.
happens when they stir up that Second Amendment issue and make it a big deal? They blast it in the media.
Raises gun
People
prices.
go out and buy more guns.
Sure.
The people that go and mostly the people that go and buy more guns is their MAGA army.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
Most
what?
of the guns are owned in this country are owned by a smaller
You got
percentage of our population. I can't remember the numbers right now, but it's not like 100% of the people all across the nation own 100% of guns. No, there's a certain portion of our population that own a very big portion.
50 to 100 guns, if not more, each.
Oh, I've seen pictures. When I'll never forget this. This one picture, I don't even remember where I seen it at Facebook or somewhere, and it was a meme, and it was something about out of my cold dead hands, and it was this guy standing there with his wife on the back patio of his house, and the patio deck is covered, and I mean covered in weapons, stacked next to each other, laying on the ground. They're laying all across the top of the roof, on the tables over here. I'm looking at probably 200-300 weapons laid out there, bragging, "This is my Second Amendment." What the fuck? Did you buy your kid a bicycle at all? It's like,
Yeah.
why? It boggles my mind. Now, I have more than one. I'm 71 years old. I've had several all my life. You'd be Hartwell.
You got to separate the good guy from the bad guy.
Well, we just have to look at this realistically.
When a gun's pointing in your face, you don't know
Doesn't
what.
matter.
What's
You
going
guys
on.
remember that line in that song? Yeah. When the bullets fly, everybody dies. Doesn't matter. Bullet doesn't give a shit who it's going to hit. Once it's out of that barrel, baby, anybody's fair game. And we just have a lack of I don't know what it is in this country, but the other countries don't suffer the same ills that we do. There's no other country having mass shootings at schools or churches and all this shit. No westernized nation anyway.
Yeah, like that one that just
that's
happened
not
in
at war
Walmart.
somewhere. Yes, at Walmart just the other day, and they found
And-
out
and
that
they-
one was
and the guy-
racially motivated.
And
So
the
there
guy
you go.
purchased the gun 2
2
days
days.
before.
2
and then
days
killed
before the
himself.
shooting. And up
Yep.
until that point, he had every right. Nobody had anything to do, but he could have that gun.
Did he
Yep.
buy it at that same
The
Walmart?
day after the shooting, he
I'm
had
not sure.
mental issues. Look at here, we're looking in his journal
Yeah,
right here.
he
He shouldn't have
killed
been allowed to
himself.
buy that gun. Yeah.
Right.
You reckon? But that's what
Yeah.
happens too many
Yeah, I
times
reckon.
in
It's
our
called
country.
education.
Oh, the
Education.
gun was
That's right,
just
Jesse.
purchased.
Bullets don't discriminate. They'll hit anything or anybody, and it doesn't matter what age they are, what gender they are. They don't care
What
about your
age?
mama, your daddy, your grandma.
What's the point in having all these red flags if they don't get fucking reported?
There you go.
I mean, what the fuck?
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
And if when they are reported, some action taken. You know, because
Yeah,
there's a lot of
exactly.
times, especially domestic disputes and stuff like this, or neighborly disputes, when the police come, tensions are already high. Yeah, I make
Yeah.
it. I say it on this show, and Butt Boy's probably watching right now, and he knows I know it. That man carries a
You
pistol
guys
on him
are,
all the time. He carries it for one reason, and I've told the police this too. One reason: he wants to shoot me. That's it. Not
you
carrying
guys
that
are
weapon up
smart.
and down this street every day of his fucking life when he's riding back and forth in front of my house. He tried to get. I almost crossed my fence. There's a whole crowd out there egging my ass on. I was going to jump the fence and kick his ass. As soon as I made a fence move on that fence, he stepped over and put his hand out towards that little go-kart he was driving. And I said, "Stop! Oh, you got a pistol there, buddy? Is that what you're going to do? Pull it out and shoot my ass?" Yeah, that's exactly what he'd do. So I can't afford to
You
give
guys
him that opportunity because he'd take it in a
You
heartbeat.
cannot. He would.
You know?
Absolutely. He just wants
And
to. He just wants an excuse.
That's it. But down here in
But you
Texas,
guys are
hey, you
smart,
got the
though.
right to pack that son of a bitch anywhere you want to go.
That's
Load
right.
'em up,
You guys
boys.
are smart.
It's the old
You
west.
guys, the deal of the whole situation here is that we are entitled to the Second Amendment here. And
I agree.
yes, there are a lot of people in this country that do own firearms, and well, we're not all bad people,
That's,
but
yeah.
we have to pay for all the bad people, and how do you separate the bad people from the good people? Come on, I mean, I'm looking for the answer.
It's like
I wish
old
I knew
Kyle Rittenhouse. It's just an idiot looking for a fucking excuse, man.
He's moving to Texas. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh,
Yeah, that dude is
Come on
trouble
down,
too.
baby. The land, well, we carry cop. You know, shit.
Man.
It is. It's a sad situation. Yeah, how to repair it? I have no idea. It starts with responsibility, and how do we start that now? Because I've done research on this subject before. After mass shootings and all that, when I wear my Enough T-shirt, and I quit wearing that shirt because I can't keep wearing the same shirt that says enough over and over and over and over and over. No, it's not enough. Obviously, there's going to be another one next month. So that just loses its thought. But investigating that whole gun situation and comparing us to other nations, Switzerland has more of a gun. More people own weapons in
Gun
Switzerland.
ownership, yeah.
Yeah, it's higher than the United
Exactly
States. And look
right.
how big we are. Shit, we're 10, 20, 30,000 Switzerlands in the United States here that we can fit them in. So
Totally.
they have a lot of weapons. What you don't see here is a mass shooting or somebody going nuts, because from the time they're raised, they're taught responsibility of that weapon, what it could do, where you take it to practice, and what it means. I don't know. When I was growing up, my dad was in the military. Weapons were a big part of our life. We'd go to the range, shoot all damn day. It's something now. Many times I tell people the biggest reason I own a weapon, God forbid I have to put one of my animals down, and I don't want to fuck around. I don't want to fuck around. That's not the time. So, and for my family's safety out here, which obviously has become a thing lately. It's a sad statement of fact, but that's why a lot of people have them. Because they're afraid
Well, I know a lot of
of
people
their
have never
neighbors,
been
their
to camp.
sisters, the guy down the street, or what's going to happen if they go to the store or to school or church. Here we have to
A lot
worry
of
about
people
that
have never
shit.
been a cattle rancher,
Huh?
but you got to do that sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that we can do is do what I think most of us already done all our lives, most of the way. Is try to live a life where you're respectful of others, that you try to have a little humanity in your heart. Don't make waves when it's not necessary. I still wave to everybody down my street, except one. I wave at everybody. It's not up to
You know
them.
what, John?
It's up to me.
It's a
what I
sign of time. It's a sign of times. It's these video games and all this stuff that these kids are subjected to nowadays.
No.
do. That my son would be the first one if he was in here to jump up and say, "Well, Japan has a higher percentage use of all these games and the same games, but they don't have the same resulting violence in their society as we have in ours."
Because they're not
America has,
fighting over a
has
stinking Second Amendment.
America has something different about it.
That's right. You can own a gun in Japan. You really can. Go Google what it takes for you to own a gun, a weapon in Japan.
Exactly.
Oh,
I read
Lord, baby. Everything except sticking a flashlight up your butt. And that includes the complete blueprint of your house, where those guns are stored, and it has to be in a safe, and they have the right to walk in there and check it. Now, come here to see your safe. Open it up. Let me see where your weapon is. Yeah.
That's the reason why they don't have the trouble is because they have so many
Laws,
obstacles
regulations,
because they-
well-regulated municipal regulations. You can own a weapon if, in most states, you can drive a car if you have a driver's license, if you have
Exactly.
insurance, if you have this, that, the other.
Hey, just
Inspection cards,
regulate
right?
a gun. Regulate a gun just like you would a car.
Just the way,
I mean,
the
that's-
same,
Exactly. I've
the
been
same
saying
way
that
we
for
do with
years.
everything else in this country.
I mean, you can
Everything
take a
else is
car.
so highly regulated.
Sure.
You can take a car or a truck or anything and commit mass fucking murder with it.
Totally.
But
Tax it. Tax the
Yeah.
shit out of it. Tax the shit out of the ammunition. Oh, you want a box of 30-30? Well, let me see now. It's $2,000. What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do sell them by single bullet. Yeah, $30 a bullet. How's that? I don't know what
Yep.
the answer is. All those are just whimsical things that we could pull up, but there are regulations that we could implement. But the one that we have to concentrate on more is finding out, well, fuck, who has the guns? Who has them? Because, like I said, anybody can
Yep.
win. Doesn't matter.
And that's a
With the
question
market.
worth asking, Big John.
They're common. You find them anywhere.
With the market like it is right now, like you mentioned earlier, there's no way to know who has the guns, John.
No.
No, not at all.
There's a gun show going on in Texas every day of the week. Every day of the year, there's a gun show going on somewhere, and all you have to do is walk in and buy one. You got cash, you got a gun. You don't even have to go in the building. There's people out in the parking lot walking around.
I'm
It's
a proud
person
gun
to person.
owner. I'm a proud gun owner, and I would gladly go register every motherfucker one
Every
I
one
got.
I got no problems with
No
that.
problem. I wouldn't
Every-
care. I wouldn't care two shits
Not a
about
bit.
it.
Not a bit.
Hey, I would too. I would too. If that's what they want, then by God, I'll do it.
Not only that, I saw the other day. Oh Lord, it was in a science because it was an environmental issue I went to go look at and read, and then off the edge, you said, "Oh, bullet." I went over to read that in a little bit, and it was they're working on being able to micro identify bullets. So if you buy a pack of bullets at the store, that it is scanned, and those bullets were sold to Joe Blow. And if one of those bullets, which can be microscopically, even through fragments of the bullet, be identified as where that bullet came from, who bought that gun, who bought that bullet, not only the weapon but the bullet itself. So there you go.
There ain't nothing about that, right?
No, well, it's the advancement of technology. Sooner or later they'll be able to tell what we had for breakfast by who farts which way. I don't know. Technology will advance far.
I do
beyond
know
what
that
we-
That's smell-o-vision.
Yeah, smell-o-vision.
they can take it's almost like a fingerprint, and the gun matches the bullets
Yeah.
after they're fired.
That's what we have now. Ballistics. If you fire a projectile through a rifled barrel.
But after you fire it, it's a little too late.
Yeah, now we're
it's like,
now
oh,
it's just
okay.
backing up the forensics of that. What
Yeah,
that involves.
uh-huh.
Anyway, there we are on the guns. What was the next thing on the list, Miss Chick?
Number 4.
Number 4.
All right.
Wow.
Made a $369 billion investment in climate change, the largest in American history, through the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022.
Really, the most
That's
important thing that we are looking at right now.
Is the environment.
Yeah. Climate change.
Is indeed. 'Cause
Everybody's noticed that this
you know,
year.
I don't see how you could, you know, and they do. I live in an oil gas state down here. They argue against environmental impacts all the time down here, but you can't get away from this. You know, we're killing this planet, and we got to live here. So we need to figure this shit out. And there's advancements in technology, just like we was just talking about with weapons. There's bigger advancements in the climate realm that people are pursuing that can make drastic differences.
The argument I hear at work is why should we do all this shit when China's not doing a damn thing? They're just spewing out coal right and left.
That's not a good excuse.
It isn't.
To not
No, it's
do anything
not.
because somebody else isn't doing
But
anything.
that's what I hear.
Yeah,
I know.
and they do. You know, they're
But
not.
that's
We
the
gotta
old,
lead
I'm not
by
going to let
example.
anybody else have anything nice because I don't have anything nice.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Yeah, it is.
We
That is a
just have to
childish
lead by an
argument.
example.
Exactly. If you want to lead the world, you have to step up and
There
be
you
the
go.
leader, and we need to.
By example.
Exactly.
And there are other nations around the world that are, and
Totally.
making vast improvements in technology that are going to help us. What did we were just discussing the other day? They found a big field of white hydrogen. I'm sorry, white hydrogen
Yep.
in northern France. And what do you do when you get well, you burn hydrogen and you get what? Water.
Yep.
That's what you get. The byproduct of burning hydrogen is water.
Yeah, hydrogen-powered cars.
Yes.
Boom.
That could be a thing. That would even outdo electric. I don't know. You know, it's there's just so many technologies opening up now. I wish I was 20 years old again, just so I could watch the advancement in technology in the next, 50, 60 years that we have all seen since we were kids. Because I'm sure most of us, we remember going
Absolutely.
over to the rabbit ears on the TV, putting aluminum foil on there, and moving them around the house to see if you could get a signal of a black and white show that the whole family was going to watch.
Let's get on with this list.
Oh yeah, okay. Get on with the list.
Okay. See, that was number 4. Number 5 ended the longest war in American history by pulling the troops out of Afghanistan, which there's a lot of scuttle about that, but it was done.
It was done. And you're right. We could have a whole big discussion on how and why it went that way.
And everybody has an opinion,
yes. But we
did
got
do
out.
The previous administration had that set in stone.
Yes,
that
did.
Exactly.
And he did it in a malignant way that he knew.
Dumped it in his lap, and he had to do something now.
He did everything he could to make it as hard as we could to get the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
There were things that, besides releasing all the Taliban from prison right before, who figured that out?
Literally put booby traps all over it. I swear.
It's exactly.
It's basically the modern day Vietnam. It's the modern day Vietnam, really.
Yeah.
Totally.
And we're still there. We're still there. One of our bases in Iraq was just hit by Iranian-backed militia that were trying to, because of what's going on in the Middle East. So we've been in our attack over there. So we're not gone. We're still there.
We're everywhere.
Leave. We never leave. We're always there.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Provided $10,000 to $20,000 in college debt relief to Americans with loans who make under $125,000 a year.
That's things that impact people's life.
The caveat part was some. We were able to
fighting
some. We didn't get everybody, but
he was fighting the Supreme Court the whole damn way, doing it.
And he still is.
He still is,
trying to get relief for another group of them. Yeah. If he has to do it in little blobs,
little
get
pieces.
them all done, he'll do it. Yeah.
Hey, let me thank Alan Roberts. Came in with a $5 donation, Canadian. I love our Blue Dot. We have a lot of them in Canada. I love them. Anyway, came in with $5. Said Donnie doesn't like wind turbines because they mess up his toupee, and they kill all the birds too. Don't forget that, Alan. It kills all the birds. All go out there, look at the base there. There's thousands of dead birds laying right there at the base of those things. No, there's not.
Yeah, how many people live by them?
I got them right down the road from me, all over the place, baby. There's a whole field of birds. I love
it. Does anybody actually think that Donnie gives 2 fucks about a goddamn bird?
No.
No,
No.
Shit's about a bird. Nothing.
He doesn't give a rolling donut.
only
Only
the
bird-
pigeons that
yeah.
poop on his porch.
Only
maybe.
the fried chicken he gets at KFC. Corey Barton
Yeah.
just came in with a $5 donation. Corey, thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
Corey.
my friend. I appreciate these people very much. It helps pay the bills, baby. It helps pay the
It
bills.
It does.
Does
Important.
indeed. Where were we? That was number what?
That was number 6.
All right,
Number
here's lucky
7.
number 7.
Lucky number 7. And I did look into this one before, and it is true. 7, cut child poverty in half through the American Rescue Plan.
In half.
Whilst, whilst we were in COVID and parents were getting those tax breaks
Right?
so they could feed their children, it
And
literally
now
cut
the schools.
childhood poverty in half during that.
You
Yeah.
know something? I'm starting
Very
to get
bad.
a trend here in my mind that the things that you're discussing here and naming off are things that affect the common people.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Go figure.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Oh, I'm sure the next one is a tax cut for the ultra wealthy. Go ahead.
And
Oh,
Democrats,
no.
the Democrats want to make that permanent. They want to make that
Yes.
fucking permanent.
Yes.
Yeah, guess who's
That would be
against that
great.
idea? I'll just give you one.
Yeah.
So you only get one.
8,
Mhm.
capped prescription drug prices at $2,000 per year for seniors on Medicare through the Inflation Reduction Act.
And we've seen a lot of
Amen.
discussion on that on insulin, bringing down the
Yep.
cost of insulin. When you've got diabetes and you have to have that insulin, you know what are you supposed to do? You know, you can't hold people hostage to the medicines that they need. Can't do that. It's
Not at all.
inhumane. That's not a
It is.
benevolent society at all. That's a society that says, "Oh well, tough shit, get your own." We don't want that.
That's a
ground-
dumb.
There's no
No, you're-
groundbreaking science on fucking insulin. It's been around for fucking ever.
Forever.
I mean, shit.
There's no, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
You've already made all the money you need off of it. It's time to let people
Exactly.
be able to. Yeah, they've made enough. Okay,
Next.
what next? We're on
You
the
know,
clock.
Number
hey,
9.
You know, you guys understand. Obama tried to do that. That was Obama.
Yes, he did.
You know.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He tried a lot of
Yeah.
things.
He tried a lot when he
And
was
he
doing the
did
Affordable
everything.
Care Act.
That's right. And
Yes.
then
He was up
didn't
against
have
Mitch
this
McConnell
headline in
and
there. Well, excuse
Lindsey
me.
Graham.
I'm sorry. The former president. There we go. He come in there and he did away with it. And you know,
I
That-
think the
that
worst
was
damage that
what
he
it
did,
was.
besides
Took a
to
big
our
erase,
national
erased everything.
identity, is all the shit that you saw Scott Pruitt do in the EPA. Because
Hey, I'm
our little
sorry, you
discussion about the
guys.
environment a little while ago, yeah, he did
I'm
more to
sorry, you
screw
guys.
that up, and it's going to take decades to fix what he's already screwed up. So,
I forgot we were not in the blue room. I'm sorry.
no, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're all fine. No, we're
Number
live,
9.
baby. This
Number
is
It's
it.
the
9.
truth. We're
Number
not lying.
9. Here we go.
Number 9, passed the COVID-19 relief deal that provided payments of up to $1,400 to many struggling U.S. citizens while supporting renters and increasing unemployment benefits.
I got a check. Did y'all get a check?
I got to check.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
There's a little help right in your pocket when it
Yeah.
was needed.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Republicans do that?
I didn't get one.
No.
I didn't get one.
You didn't get one?
I'm still waiting on mine.
Well, you go up there and tell them, hey, I want my check. Y'all owe me.
Hey, yeah. They owe you that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of one of them guys that don't give me no check.
Well, damn. Make some noise about
How-
that, brother.
Yeah.
You deserve one just like everybody else did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know there's you can go to, I don't know. I forgot the first name.
My state's
.gov.
pretty good about. My state's pretty good about screwing you out of checks.
No shit. What state are you in?
What state is that?
Oklahoma, you know that, John.
Oklahoma. Yes, I do. Well, now you have to. My Rolodex, buddy, is kind of slow. That's right.
It's the
Oklahoma.
place to be.
Hey, did you see that? Did you see that little post that I put on? I put on the Blue Room. Oh, about old Cullen. I'm not for sure how to pronounce his name. Allred, I think. Allred.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cullen Allred. He's a
Yeah.
Democrat nominee that's running for. He's running for Senate against Ted Cruz.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
Colin
he's your,
Allred. Colin Allred. Yes.
yeah, he's your man.
Yes, he's our man down here running against Ted
He's a
Cruz.
breath. He's a breath of fresh air.
Texas needs it, baby. Tell
Yeah,
me
we
where this
do.
state doesn't need to get rid of Ted Cruz and John Cornyn. He ain't, John Cornyn
And a
just
couple
stays in the
others.
background and
Get rid
keeps
of
his mouth shut.
Abbott.
Lets Ted Cruz take all the heat.
Well, you know,
John, if
the
this was a
video
nationwide vote, I would vote for him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would too.
the video that I posted on the Blue Room was it was a little bit, the looks were deceiving. You know, it really didn't look like, I tried to point the finger up to it, but you know, he's in that video, and man, that guy is something else.
Oh man. Well,
I haven't even heard of him in Minnesota.
he's
You will.
yeah. He's
Oh,
on,
I
he's
know,
on
I know,
that
I
track
know.
that a lot of people are going to end up knowing him.
Yeah,
Every once in a
that's
while, we
good.
get people that come around that you go, hey, and that's the same way I still feel about Beto O'Rourke. It's
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just waiting for him to come back. He's got a fantastic message, and he's great at delivering it. And
Yeah.
he doesn't care who he talks to, Republicans or Democrats. You come in that room, you're welcome to spout out whatever you want. He'll debate your ass.
Yeah.
right.
What do you call the Texas Panhandle smart ass squaw? I bet it's something
Yeah, I'm waiting.
smart asses
He's,
do.
he's yelling at you.
I know it. She said, I seen it all caps that time. I'm waiting on the answer now. What do you call the Panhandle of Texas, which is that part way up north, next to Oklahoma? And
Damn near Colorado.
Oh, no man's
shit,
land.
everyone knows you up back in Texas. There's a lot to come.
Is she
That's
typing?
true.
Is she typing?
I don't know. I can't see the little typing things, but we're all sitting here with bated breath, waiting to know. Dab will
no
make you
man's
cough till you
land.
puke. Yep, that's what you keep doing anyway. Got to go. Seahawks 49er game is starting. Have a great weekend. Jamie, go watch the game, baby. Hope your Seahawks do well. Let me see. I'm so away. Baja, Oklahoma. What do you call Texas Panhandle? Baja, Oklahoma. I've been up there. You know what it is? Flat. That's what it is. You can see forever up there. That's just, man, no, nothing. You put a bush up there 20 miles away and you could see it. Oh, what's that bump?
Kind of just like one long paved
is.
road through
It
there,
is,
and that's
yeah.
it.
North of Abilene, when you head, not Abilene, but Amarillo. When you hit Amarillo and go straight north, like you're going to go into that little piece of the panhandle of Oklahoma. Yeah, all of that. It's the prairie.
John,
You can drive right down the middle center line of the road for 2 hours and never see a car.
I've done that. Yeah.
John, what about this, John?
What?
Put a train track on there and make it easier, more faster.
It would. It would. And there's didn't we hear a story about some high-speed rail? I think it's out in California. They're fixing to open it up or something. I hope so. I don't know why we don't have that in this country.
Man, I
Coast to
saw
coast.
him.
Because
I saw a
Republicans
map.
don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
Because we're so wrapped up in the automobile industry. That's
Automobile and
Absolutely.
airlines. Mass transit,
At two-
airlines.
Yep. Yep.
Where's that leave
Minneapolis.
Greyhound? Where's that leave Greyhound?
What's that, what now?
Where does that leave Greyhound?
It's still
Oh,
out
yeah,
there.
it's still there. For those who are really, really broke. Yeah.
It's kind of like the Pony Express,
Yeah.
though, in terms of getting somewhere.
I've only had to ride by bus one time. I didn't like it.
I want to put something out there that's kind of
What?
interesting. Not to step on anybody's toes, not to step on my country's toes, but I've often wondered, they talk about all the vehicles that run around this world every day. It's kind of, let's talk about the military aircraft that fly around this world every day. And I understand we need them, but when we start talking about pollution,
Oh, man.
yeah, there we go.
Well, the airline industry in itself, whether it be military or civilian, big air polluters, baby.
That's right.
They
Yeah,
and
sure.
when you throw in the everything with large operations in the military probably being one of the biggest when you have uh, maneuvers when you're practicing, and you're pulling out a whole battalion of tanks out there. You ever seen a tank go? All that black shit that comes out of there, yeah,
Yes, sir.
all over the
Yes, sir.
place. The military is a big. It's got a pretty good percentage of its share of pollution. Uh, Everything from an aircraft carrier to the ship, the aircraft that take off. You're right. They pull balls to the wall. You got the afterburners on. You kick off that deck. You're burning
There's
fuel
a
and
fun
just tossing
fact,
it out like you would believe.
John.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the average cruise ship pumps about more pollution than 1 million cars, and we're talking about these cruise ships that are the size of a city of
Yeah,
Central
I see the
Park.
TV commercials. I've never been on one, but I see the TV commercials. They're huge. They're massive massive
And they
ships.
pump out and they pump out 1 million, a lot of carbon, a lot of pollution than 1 million cars, John.
Yeah, all to just go to the Bahamas. Yeah, that's our world, buddy. That's the world we
Yep.
live in. Everything we're talking about is what's killing us. It's everything from having to get to work to the enjoyment of your vacation. You know, it's killing us.
John, did you call out the last?
No, I did not. I was fixing to call out Lady Bexy, who came in with a $2 donation. Oh, an Australian. All right, down under. Lady Bexy, $2. Australian from Australia. Of course, it says Happy Thanksgiving to all BDF from Australia. Baby, thank you very much, Lady Bexy. We appreciate that. We love our Aussie Dave. I haven't seen him. Where's Aussie? I hope he's having a great day. Uh, we have a lot of followers down in family down in Australia. And New Zealand. It really is encouraging that our voice be able to go that far. I'm sorry. I have a patch on my neck. I hurt my neck the other night, so I'm gonna put a patch on there trying to make it feel better. It bothers me, but anyway, did I bang the gong? No,
Yes,
I did.
No,
you
that was
did.
me. I took my mic off. I took my mic off mute.
I don't know if I did or not. So there you go, Lady
Well,
Bexy.
maybe you did. Yeah, you banged the gong then.
Well, she deserves to. She's down in Australia. That's go a long way down there, man. Look how far that sound has traveled. I should have had to hit it harder, just so she could hear it all the way down there.
She says it's Friday at 11:30 a.m. right there now.
Boy, howdy. Oh, I see that. Friday 11:30 right now, so I'm glad to be. Oh, we are too. Yes, every time Aussie Dave, that's 11:30. He usually has to be on the show if he's going to be here early. Some like about 8:30, 9:30 in the morning over there to get up and be on the show here. So we always appreciate it when people from down under and around the world, do have that chance to get in here and listen, because we sure do. Because as we were just talking about the environment, we're all in this shit together. And when we're talking about guns, I hold Australia and New Zealand up as prime examples of what a society can do if they put a mind to it when it comes to gun control.
Yeah, but John, while we're on that subject, right there, Aussie Dave, us here in this country, I understand Aussie Dave's. I understand where he's at, and I understand his concerns, and I appreciate that 100% as you do. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that he gets the correct news.
Indeed. Well, that can be said about any of us, or any country.
I know you know what I'm talking about, you know, and we just need to make sure that he's informed and he gets the correct news, and everything's good. And
he generally is.
Yeah, Aussie Dave is pretty well informed, and he gives that perspective from outside the country looking in that sometimes we don't see. But everybody is subject to finding those little stories that you go, what the shit, And
well, we just have some of these news channels out there that are really derailing people.
Oh Lord, already? Lord, we're overtime.
We are. They're screaming credits.
I just noticed that. I just saw that. There they are. See, I'm on the ball. And what number did we get to?
That was number 9. Number 10 was achieved historically low unemployment rates after the pandemic caused them to skyrocket.
There you go. Go ahead and
We
read
do
the
have
rest of it.
really 11 imposed a 15% minimum corporate tax on some of the largest corporations in the country, ensuring that they pay their fair share as part of the
Hell yeah.
historic
Indeed.
inflation
10%.
reduction.
Hell,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Hell
It, it used to be like 70%, or didn't it?
Yes,
at one
it
point.
used to be.
Yeah, yeah. This is still really low here.
Really
I
low.
know it's extremely low.
Well, you could be like Donald Trump and pay 3%.
Yeah,
Or
or
nothing.
0.
When was it 70% exactly? I don't even know.
It was long time ago. I can't remember if it was 20s,
In
30s,
the
40s, whatever.
50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
something.
tax rate on the wealthy was much higher. Much
Yeah.
higher. And guess what?
Anyway,
They were still
next.
wealthy. Go ahead. Yeah.
12 recommitted America to the global fight against climate change by rejoining the Paris Agreement, because we know who got us
Yeah.
out
Donnie
of it.
Boy dumped the Paris Agreement. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got us back in the Paris Environmental Agreement thing. What you just said, damn it.
Yeah. 13 strengthened the NATO alliance in support of Ukraine after the Russian invasion by endorsing the inclusion of world military powers Sweden and Finland.
2 new NATO members.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Strengthened it big time. That was his first move, because we all know Donnie went around kicking NATO nations in the shins all day. Trying to weaken NATO. Is what Donnie did. Go ahead.
The exact opposite of what Putin was
That's
wanting.
right.
He was. Oh yeah.
14's a bit of a tough one, but he did it. Authorized the assassination of the Al Qaeda terrorist, and I don't know the name, Ayman al-Zawahiri,
Al-Zawahiri, yes.
who became head of the organization after the death of Osama bin Laden.
Yes, he stepped up, so we took
Yeah.
he took his ass
That
out.
was good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good news in my book.
15
Yeah.
gave
Play the game, you
Medicare.
get the,
Gave
No, go ahead.
Medicare the power to negotiate prescription drug prices through the Inflation Reduction Act, while also reducing government health spending.
there you go.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
So things that affect us, our
Mhm.
society. Is there more?
16 held Vladimir Putin accountable for his invasion of Ukraine by imposing stiff economic sanctions. 17 boosted the budget of the Internal Revenue Service by nearly $80 billion to reduce tax evasion and
Love
increase.
that one.
And
And 18 created more jobs in 1 year, 6.6 million, than any other president in U.S. history.
in history.
Hell yeah.
So when you put
Hell
that,
yeah.
and I think that is the last one, isn't it?
It is.
That's what I remember
I
in my
think
head.
there
my
was
Rolodex
I
had
think
that.
there was another added more that Just put on too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe.
He's cranking out good
Oh,
news
you're
every
right.
damn
There
day.
is more. He put on 4 or 5 more.
Oh, but
Yeah.
you know he had a birthday, so you know that negates all that other stuff. No,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't. I wish I'm as good as his shape in another 10 years from now of my life. I don't think I'm going to be as
Ditto.
healthy if I'm even around. Let me thank Adam
Absolutely.
Hewitt. Adam, thank you very much. You just came in with
You
$5
bet. You bet.
and said, I just want to propose a law to solve a lot of current issues. When you do your taxes, you vote at the same time. Can't do one without the other. Gobble. There you go. Not a bad idea. Do your taxes, and I'd vote for this. Both of them get done at the
Yep.
same time.
You
Yeah.
can't vote until your taxes are done.
There you go.
That's a great
Or
idea.
you have to do your taxes to vote.
To vote. Sort of like you have to have the car
Boom.
inspected
You know
down
how
there to
much
get your
we've
license plate.
solved just with that
Yeah.
little law?
Anything to
Yeah.
motivate, we can't force people to vote. That is one of those private liberties that we all have. But
Exactly.
it is more of a duty to your country and to your fellow citizens to be participants
Exactly.
in this whole thing, because what we do affects everybody else's life. What we as a group, in a country, as a country, decide what's good for everybody. So if you're
Yep.
not in there putting your voice in there with your vote, well, you got to leave it up to the people that do this to what life deals you.
Yeah, you can't vote unless you do your taxes.
Why? But why should you ever get cut from a voter roll unless you're one dead or a fucking felon?
Yeah.
That's the only 2 damn reasons in my book.
And
why
there
you
are
should
some
ever be
felons that after
cut.
they have done their time and paid the debt to society, and can come back on the voter rolls.
Oh yeah, once
Right.
once
Yeah.
you paid your debt, then you absolutely come
Absolutely.
home back.
That's it.
Yeah.
But James,
That's
James, we got a president that's a fucking felon.
yeah. Well, he can vote from prison. I don't mind. I don't want to take his right away. He can vote from prison.
As long as he does his
I'll
taxes.
tell you what, we have a lot to worry about
Hey.
with this next election.
As long as he does his taxes,
Yeah.
he can
John.
vote from
Yeah,
prison.
he ain't doing them either.
And I said,
No,
And
that's
I
what I'm
said-
We
saying.
have a lot of cowards in the GOP.
There are.
hey John,
There are
can
a
I
lot
say
of
one
car-
thing?
Go ahead.
before we leave?
Sure.
Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. Did you say fuck Trump?
Trump.
Right here on this show, right in front of
Amen.
God and everybody?
Amen.
You said fuck Trump? I can't believe you said
Amen.
fuck
Damn
Trump.
right I
Amen to
did.
that.
Amen to that, brother. He could. No, I was going to say in the horse he rode in, but I like horses, so just I just wish the
Well, I
man
love
would go
you,
away,
brother.
but he's
I
not.
love you.
He is not. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be in the news damn well tomorrow, and he'll be in the news.
Even
every
when he
damn
loses
day.
the vote, he's still going to be in the
Still
news.
going to be in the news, brother. He's like a thorn in our ass that we're going to have to
Yep.
deal with until the day the Lord decides to strike his ass down, which we don't know when that'll be, but I keep betting on tomorrow, so I don't know.
We keep praying for it.
I'm just crossing my fingers that he gets back together with his first wife.
Hey, we both could be right there at the golf course, Bedminster.
Mm-hmm.
Look out amongst the green.
Died.
Be
I thought
nice.
his
for him.
first wife died.
Oh
She
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah,
Got
she did.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, his first wife died.
Yeah, you're a little slow on the draw there.
Just think it through. Think it through. Bob K came back with
Okay, I
another
got it.
$2.
I got you.
All
Nope.
right, there you go. Came back with another $2 and said, but I don't make enough to file taxes on Social Security. Yeah, you're right. Well, if you're on Social Security, you get to
I
vote
do
anyway.
want to say,
The details
I do
can be
wanna
worked
say-
out.
Oh, yeah,
do wanna
yeah.
say
That's
one more
just a
thing.
generalization that I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah. Harlan Crow, but
You know, I
show your
mean-
tax forms before you. No,
You,
we
you
should.
can't vote. Yeah.
There's a
And if
limit.
you're on Social Security, you got a card. You know, I mean, obviously, you're going to tell that that person's elderly. They're on Medicare. They're on Social Security.
Well, then we could get into a lot of sticky situations where there's a lot of reasons people, I was going to say, don't file their taxes, but delay their taxes or something. Taxes.
Right.
I wouldn't want to tie it to voting rights. If you're an
No,
American
I-
citizen, you got the right to vote. Period. There you go.
Totally.
You got the right to vote, and that should not be impaired, infringed upon, as the Second Amendment says about weapons. Don't
Ever,
infringe it.
ever,
You
Right.
have a right to a vote in this country, and that should not be infringed upon. But guess what, baby? The Republicans are trying to do exactly that. Infringe upon your right to vote, or even when you get to vote, negate your vote, or just make it meaningless by gerrymandering the shit out of a state to where you could vote all day long. They don't care. They're going to win anyway. That's
Right.
what we need to get away from. Somehow.
Why don't we have universal voting?
I think we ought to have universal district, that a district should fit certain parameters,
Yeah.
physically physical parameters. Not these, you go to a lot of states that are gerrymandered. You see districts that look like octopuses that reach out and just
Yep.
grab this little neighborhood and this little neighborhood and that one over there, but we don't want all the rest of these other people in here. That's just it's the politician picking the voter. So it's
Exactly.
a guaranteed result. It's a guaranteed result.
And I think also, hey, if we all got stimulus checks, other than you, I'm sorry that you didn't get one where you're at, but if we all got these stimulus checks, why don't they just all mail us a mail-in ballot at the same time?
I'm all for that.
Countrywide.
You trust the mail to get the bills and your checks there.
Exactly.
No reason you can't. And right now you can track. In states they have tracking. Oh Lord, we're getting into more discussions and we're way over time.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah, see how
It's
time
that
just
tryptophan.
flies. It is. Thank
It's
Save
you.
it
that
for the blue room.
tryptophan.
Yeah, we better take it to the
would-
blue room. I want to thank
We'd
everybody
like
for
to see
coming in
something
tonight
else.
and joining this
Something else.
conversation and being a part of this Blue Eye family. I can't say enough about it. All the mushy shit I said earlier, that this means a whole lot to me and to a lot of people in this family, that we get an opportunity
thing,
to get
John.
together. Yeah.
One more thing.
What?
Hey, I want to tell everybody out there, in cyberspace.
Yeah.
If they believe what they saw here tonight, and they believe what we believe, they need to come and they need to hang out in this blue room.
Everybody.
Give us your 2 cents.
Yeah. Chuck Hepner needs to come over there and hang out in the chat, so we can all talk to Chuck or BW or all these names that go by. You know, there are more than just one room in the. When we say we're going to the blue room, well, there's 4 to 6 rooms over there. You know, they could each accommodate 20, 30 people. You can get a whole group of people talking in one room. Be polite, though. You have to get everybody thinking.
Sometimes we have to split up because there are too many people.
Yeah, you get too many people. Some people split up, go to another room, and a whole new conversation spouts out over there. Anyway, I guess we better wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I mean, Craig, thank you very much. Yeah. We appreciate it.
45-10 final score.
30. Yeah. What he said. What is that?
45.
45-10.
45-10.
Right.
And what are we talking about?
Cowboys.
Dallas.
Score 45-10. Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. Thank you. Just made my day, buddy.
Yeah,
I'll be able to go in the living room with a smile now. What are you smiling about? Dallas one? You didn't know. Anyway, I appreciate it, bub. Come back and see us, Craig.
Will do.
All right. And John, where's?
Hey, Big John. Hey, the whole show. I've been having technical difficulties, and I apologize. I've been trying to find this this passage, and I found it, and I wanted to read it real quick, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
It's from Russell Means. Are y'all familiar with Russell Means, a Lakota activist? He actually testified in front of Senate, and but
I'm familiar.
You know, it's Thanksgiving. He's he had a lot of interviews and stuff.
All right.
But he said in an interview with a Peruvian guy, they were talking about how their folks believed before it, and this is what he said. He said, "We come from heaven. That's where we lived in the Western Hemisphere. Our ancestors had no disease. That's heaven. They had no jails. They had no locks, no keys, no prisons, no disease. That's heaven. We knew how to live with all of life. That's heaven. We knew how to live with the trees, the insects. We knew how to live with the jaguar. Then he came here and crushed heaven. They crushed heaven on earth." So I thought that was pretty powerful, and I want to read it. And,
that's good.
Very nice. Lovely, really. Very lovely.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. And, I'm really thankful for this family.
Well, John, we're thankful for having you in it, brother. And thank you for sharing that, brother. That was deep, brother. And words we should all take by heart.
It's wonderful, John.
Yep.
John Blue Dot. John Blue Dot. It's wonderful.
Outstanding. Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later. Let me see. I forgot where I was. That got me off. Let me see. Adam.
Yeah.
Adam, thank you for coming in.
You bet. Anytime.
Oh, always.
Hell yeah, man.
Come in, brother. And let me see. We got Jake.
Oh yeah.
From State Farm.
No.
I'm just messing with you, brother. Jake, we appreciate you coming in, brother, sharing your voice in here. We always appreciate it.
You know what? I'm glad to be here. I love you, man.
I love you back, brother. That's what you do in a family. You love each other. That's what the whole thing. You never seen them TV shows where the whole family, they get together and hug and all? That's us, baby. That's what we are.
But I also want to add, I love everybody in this family.
There you go. It spreads, baby. Yes. It spreads.
You bet.
We hold each other up. That's why. We're there for each other in more ways than one. I swear, the friendships that have been formed in this Blue Dot family, I am just so proud of. It'll make anybody's heart warm a little bit. It is great.
Well, if it ever come down to a, if it ever really got bad, I know we got some people out there that would be, we'd be all hanging together. So that's all I need to know.
Don't put it past. We might do it yet.
You bet.
And Ed, thank you for coming in, brother.
Appreciate it. I wanted to wish you and everybody in the Blue Room a happy Turkey Day. Hope everyone's Turkey Day went well. I do want to say this, John.
What?
I'm very thankful for you,
Thank you.
the Blue Room, for what you to speak, and you. I'm thankful for you because you speak your mind.
I
And no
appreciate
one
that.
can speak anyone's mind but you, John. And,
No,
and
no,
I
I'm
think
the
it's
only one that
great.
can speak mine. And we all got one, though. We all got
You
one,
speak
though.
your mind. You speak your mind and you tell the truth.
I try.
And of course, I'm thankful to be a Democrat and thankful to have Biden in the White House.
Indeed, brother. Indeed. Ding, ding,
What,
ding, ding.
What's missing? What else is missing, John?
Huh.
What else is thankful I'm missing? I want one thing that I wish would be thankful if Trump was exiled.
That would be that's a Christmas present, brother.
Yeah.
It's right
How
around
do
the
you
corner,
do
though.
that?
You never. We can
Yeah.
hope. We can hope. Don't give up hope,
One
Ed.
can hope, John.
That's it, brother. It's
I
all
won't.
based
I
on
won't
our
give up.
whole nation was based on hope and a dream.
Oh, and by the way,
Yes, sir.
tomorrow is tomorrow we can all play our Christmas music, put up our decorations, and start shopping.
Tis
now.
the season to
That's
start, and what a
what
hell
we-
of a way with Beer and Bud Friday. Put up them lights, baby. Let's go. Rock and
Hell
roll.
yeah.
Indeed, Ed. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Now,
And James, I'm glad I'm glad you got to see my ass, buddy.
Hey, thank you, buddy. I appreciate the hell out of it. But man, I love you, John. I love this Blue Dot family. Happy Thanksgiving
Happy
to everybody.
Thanksgiving to you too, brother.
And could you do me a favor
Sure.
and give Jenny a big extra
I
scratch
can
behind
do
the
that.
ear? or so?
I'll take her an extra treat. She'd like that better.
Oh, thank you.
I scratch her all the time, but she loves it when I dig into them big ears. When I go
Oh,
scratching
yeah.
up and down them big ears, get right down in there, she'll just lean into it, just like your dog does.
bet.
She's just
I
like
bet.
a puppy. She is. Except she can. My dog can't throw me on my ass. That donkey can. As little as she is, she's got a lot of weight behind her, and she gets that nose. But she gets that nose between my legs, buddy. I'm very cautious. She can hurt me sometimes. Anyway, she's a playful thing, and I love her dearly. But you, James,
You bet.
I appreciate that.
Hey,
And Miss you, Chick.
Yes, John.
Thank you, darling.
yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming in tonight and enjoying this night with us. Both you and
It was
Bernadette
fun.
that we missed tonight. Bernie was the top chef at her house tonight, so
She's having a great time with family. Is what
I
she's
saw
doing.
her in the chat though. But yes, she's having a great time with family. We'll miss her. We missed her, and she said she'll be back this coming Sunday or something. Anyway, Bernadette, if you're listening,
she's gonna have to come back someday.
oh yeah,
She'll come.
oh yeah,
She'll come.
Someday she's gonna have to come back.
She will.
yeah.
We love you,
she's just taking a
Bernadette.
little breath. She's
We
taking a little
do
breath.
love Bernadette.
We do. I can't live without her. So get your ass back here. No, she said she'd be back here
Yes,
Sunday, but that she had to do all the cooking today. So I hope she enjoyed the shit out of it because I
She
know
was
everybody
cooking
else did.
yesterday. She cooked today. She had her. I think her brother was coming, and
She had a whole house today.
She was gonna feed the boys.
That's it. So
Yeah.
I hope she had a wonderful day. Anyway, Miss
I
Chick, thank you so much for everything you do, darling,
You're welcome, John.
and for everybody
And I
else.
just want to remind everybody out there
What?
that you can like, share, and subscribe.
Right.
And
yeah.
for the few people that were asking how to get on Discord, if you look at John's lovely face on YouTube and go down to where it says 77 watching right now, you'll see the blue words that say HTTPS, restream, blah, blah, and then there's the word more. Click on that more, and it will open up the link to get into Discord.
There you go.
Yes, she is.
And again, Discord is a free app. It downloads. There's no charge for it, no monthly. It's just like a telephone. You pick it up. You can get 20 people in the room. Hell, you could have a family reunion on this Discord. It was originally designed for gamers, so gamers could sit at their houses all over across town or all across the country and play the game and talk to each other in live in live chat. And that's what this is. It's just a big table where we can come and sit down and just sit and talk to each other. And that's what we're fixing to do over in the Blue Room.
But it wasn't designed to meet a crowd like we met tonight.
Sometimes, the room, I've seen it get pretty loaded up.
Oh, yeah.
Get 30 people in there. It's hard for anybody to get a word in edgewise sometimes. That's how come we split up into smaller groups sometimes.
I'm not talking about your blue room. I'm talking about just Discord.
Oh. Well, this is the only thing I do with it. I don't know anything other
Well,
than
I know, but
this.
yeah, now the blue room, that's a whole different deal.
Yeah, that's a different room. All under a Blue
Yeah.
Dot in Texas, under John Burlow. But we have the blue room and the live room. That's what
Well,
we have.
I'm not screwing with you. I know you've been. I know you've been hitting that pipe. I'm not screwing with you, John.
Hey. Medicinal purposes only. Medicinal purposes only. Anyway.
All right.
I love all y'all for being here. Y'all take care of yourself. We will be back here Sunday for another Blue Dot family meeting. Manana is Beer and Bud Friday, so put the beer on the ice, and you'll have a little room by then to have one after today. But anyway, we'll be here, and I hope you will be too. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Hell yeah.
All right, night all.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Take care of yourself and family.
And family and friends. And like I always say, put a smile on your face and give that shit away. It's easy.
Yep.